Okay, hey there guys. So in today's video, we're up against Blacks again. This is the 12th war, finally. This season's been long. Lots gone on this season. So it's actually really funny. This Thursday, or whatever day this war was, I was busy, I was out, and I finally get back, I'm logging on, and I had a mini in Section 1, and right as I'm logging on, I'm like, okay, I'll go it was getting taken, literally, right as I logged on. I was like, oh. So then I waited until a little bit later when I could take all my fights at once, and then I noticed that someone took the other mini I was supposed to take, and one that I wanted to take that wasn't assigned to anyone. I was just like, oh shoot, that sucks. So I got a couple fights that I wanted taken away, but it's whatever. This war, obviously with fight stealing, we don't typically do that. This war, we were not trying our hardest to come in first for the season. We had to just not die. Whatever. So the second place alliance, we had a 20 death advantage on. So we would have had to die 20 more times than them, plus however many times they died in today's war. So we were not trying to full on win. We weren't going for our sweatiest plan or anything like that. But at the same time, same with Blacks, they actually didn't try their hardest this war either. They didn't set any bans, we didn't set bans. It was really funny. Right there, I got a buff nullified for me from this node. But yeah, so this node, pretty simple with Doom, with the Symbiote Supreme. It was just that one thing, but pretty simple right there. Very, very easy fight. Yeah, so this war, both alliances were taking it pretty chill. I was actually on call with some friends right before going on. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta get off for just a minute. I gotta take my war fights. And, of course, pretty much everyone that was on the call is also in GT40. So, they all hopped into the war chat and were egging me on the entire time. So, I have Path 5 up here. Annihilus, I'm not really worried about Annihilus at all. Rin, I was a little bit interested in because the previous time I took him with Doom, it was a very, very slow fight, as you guys can remember. This time it'll be a little bit more interesting to watch, though, I can guarantee you that one. So for this Annihilus, when I fight Annihilus, I like to sometimes use my Mystic Dispersion to trigger his Unstoppables. So I'll trigger his Unstoppable to just build up my SP1 with Dr. Doom, because it's pretty safe to do, if I'm being honest. And then once I have that up, I just need to get a couple staggers up, again, for more Mystic Dispersion. And I'm just going to try to get off and intercept at some point, and then throw my SP3. So I get that. I do that heavy there just in time before the shock runs out. I get up another stagger, and so as this SP3 is going off, what I'm thinking about is how I'm about to nullify 2 buffs. So I need to be very, very careful with my power because of Doom Cycle plus Mystic Dispersion. So I start by throwing just a light just in case, so I don't end up stealing all the power that you can with Doom, but I get him just below 2 bars of power just in case, and then I throw the SP2 in, even without the Incinerates and the protection up. A Fury SP2 from Doom is just too much. Alva, bro, please. Why? Why would you say this? Why? It says, I have died a Ringe. And I'm just thinking, aha, no, this is going to be easy. In fact, I was assigned, I think I was told Doom. I don't actually know if I was told Doom. I was just given this team and told to pass, I think. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to use Doom. I want to use Torch. This is a Mystic. Why shouldn't I use Torch? I get there's Mighty Charge on the node, but I'll just SP3, or I'll get 7 Incinerates on. I'll get my Smolder up. I'll melt this stupid little stinky cow here, right? Easy. Rin, easy defender, nothing to worry about. He's not even duped. He doesn't even gain the power gain buffs. Oh, this start's going great. I have 8 Incinerates on him. He's not dashing back. I get Nova Flames. This is going so well. I'm like, okay, I'll bait out his SP1 now. It's about time. I'm like, hey, yeah, I should take it to the block. Oh. Why is it unblockable? And then I was like, why is this unblockable? So then I go in to try to punish him, and I get heavied. I get the intercept off. Didn't really need it, though. I go in again, and I get heavied again. Now here's where it gets nasty. He throws an SP1 and I'm against the wall, it's unblockable. He has 20 charges. I forgot the key to fighting Rin and making him easy. Throw heavies or throw SP1. You knock him down and he loses 5 charges. I should have been wrecked right there. I could have gotten rooted against the wall. Or no, he could have rooted against the wall against me. Would have been so bad. So then I'm like, oh shoot, his charges. Because I fed him some. Then I go in and I get parried after the heavy. Because I'm apparently really bad at his heavy spacing. And I still go back in. And he throws an SP1 as I'm going. I'm like, oh shoot. So I throw a heavy on that. I somehow am able to punish that heavy there. I'm like, okay, I have 23 smolders. This fight's going to be slow. I just have to... I remember from the EQ, it's as long as you dash back at literally any point during his SP1 little... when he's doing his charge part, if you dash back at any time, he will not contact you, and you can use your heavy with torch. Also, I don't know if it already happened. I think it did. I do a reparry, and Assassin's Mastery fails both reparries. Or both parries. I don't know why I'm still punishing his heavy after what happened in the first, like, half of this fight. It was probably a really bad idea by me. There were a couple things that, if I had just paid attention and remembered, knock him down, this would have been a very easy fight. But I forgot to do that, so this fight became very, very hard. And I'm somehow clutching through it so far. But I'm just like, man, Alva said Ava's gonna die, and I'm like, I'm about to die. I'm at 11%. I've been at like under 17% for so long now. It literally takes just a single game input error because MCOC is bad. That's all it would take for me to die. Misspacing a single SP1. Dead. I'm just worried. I'm still going on these heavies like an idiot. I honestly don't know like the exact timing on that, and he dies. Another 3-minute fight against Rin. Av throws on time. Yeah. Yeah, I used torch and it was still a 3-minute fight. So he's definitely a slow defender, something I've learned. Something I've learned is that he's very, very slow. Yeah, I'm gonna need an ambulance after this war. I'm gonna need an ambulance after that one. So again, I have the same Killmonger. This was a war or two ago again, I think. No white Magneto again. I do actually, I'm not sure if I prefer this fight with or without the white Magneto, because with the white Magneto, I can actually use my parry debuff to feed him power to then steal with Doom, or just to feed him special so he doesn't remove the armor break. But with the white Magneto, you don't have to worry about the other stuff. You don't have to worry about the power. You get extra attack, right? Like, so it's an interesting trade-off. There's two ways to take... I'm sorry, my nose feels a little bit stuffy right now, if you guys can hear that. But as I was saying, there's pretty much two ways to take this fight. There's the very, very slow, steady, stable way. You just like get your armor break up and enter the Doom cycle, throw your SP3. And the other is look for an intercept at any cost before going for your SP3 and just like aggressively intercept throughout the fight. Not worry as much about your armor breaks and just try to have an armor break on when you can for your Doom cycle. It's a little bit more risky, but I guess with like a rank 4 Doom, you can see like how little damage back I take from his reverb even when he does get it. Right here, I'm trying to like keep my armor break on because with the Fury, I'll do a bit of damage. But I realize I won't be able to redo the Doom cycle and get the 2 Furies, so I just throw the SP2 to try to get a little bit of the SP2 damage and the Incinerates going. Anytime he throws the SP1 from afar is really, really good for me because it just keeps the armor break on him, which just makes the fight so very easy. Yeah, I mean, it makes it very, very easy to do because he's just throwing it from afar, so I don't have to worry about keeping the armor break on him. I don't have to worry about reverb, extra power gain. So I'm able to actually get my SP3 there with the Fury. And because of the shocks, I went for a light intercept. So while he had under a bar of power, but then because I used my medium, I gave him the debuff, which gave him a lot of power because of the armor. So I'm able to actually get off like more power from him than I would have otherwise. But I actually just go for like the full light combo cycle with Doom. It's a little bit less common of a style with Doom where you use the full light combos, but it can actually be a much more effective way if they're not up at like SP3. You do your medium, light, medium, and then you, instead of doing the light, 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 medium, medium, you just do like medium and then all 4 lights. I was joking around asking a question. My officer is actually about to hop on and get mad at me. I wanted just to use Doom for the Mordo I had assigned. I have the Evade Mordo assigned, but I kind of wanted just to use Doom. I was supposed to use Torch, but yeah. So it's those 2 minis on the right that I was actually considering taking. I had the one assigned, and the one is kind of up for grabs. And I used Torch for Rintroth because I wanted to diaper. That's why. That is why. That's why I did it, because this war was chill, and I wanted to try it. I just forgot how MCOC champions work, and I got slapped. So we weren't going like too hard, but I know I have all of off season to rebuild this, so I use an invul here because I'm just like, this is Mordo, and I don't have a white mags. Like, with a white mags, this fight would be so easy. Without the white mags, it's a little bit more annoying because you can't stun him. But so he's gonna do Mordo things. That's all I'm gonna say. He's gonna do a Mordo thing. If you've ever seen my Mordo AIs, it gets really bad for me, especially like Abyss Mordo. So yeah, here I'm just like, okay, I'm chilling. I have half of a power gain cycle before he'll get really passive. Okay. It's fine. I'm only taking 500 a second from Bane. That's not that bad. You know, I have a full power gain buff before he's gonna get passive and gain power again, right? There's no way he wouldn't throw it and then throws his heavy once he's at SP3 already. There's no way he would do something that dumb. Right? There's no possible way he would do that. So it's good I put on the invul, but it's kind of dumb that I had to put on the invul for a chilled out war. And right here I could actually throw the heavy into his block. The other times, the reason why I didn't was because when you're in the middle of the map, he'll just dash back, and it won't evade you or anything, but you just miss, and then he can counter in if it ends. And there, I used some longer combos to make sure I remove the power gain buff, and I'm going to move up to Scorpion. My officer was also taking that Wong right as I took it, or right as I was doing the Mordo. Had to make a bad pun. I'm sorry. Dad jokes, they're just, you know, it's a dad joke. You gotta make them sometimes. But, so that wraps up this war. Even though we took it easy, we actually ended up winning. It's pretty crazy, because I feel like if you said that both of these alliances were taking it easy, I don't think you'd believe it. I guess that's the difference that no bands make. They probably just ran in with like 30 Hercules, like 30 Archangels, 30 Dooms, like 7,000 seconds. That is insanely fast. But this season has been an absolutely amazing ride, guys. Thank you so much for watching these videos this season. I'll try to get the opening out as quick as I can. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a season recap video for this season because there's a big milestone that happened with this one. So keep your eyes out for that one. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Bye.